It's June 30th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today, we have a child surviving against all odds, a single second added to sync time itself, and a mid-air collision that forever changed air traffic control. Let's begin. On June 30th, 2009, a passenger jet vanished in the dark waters of the Indian Ocean. Yanama Flight 626 was approaching the Comoros Islands when something terribly went wrong. In the blackness before dawn, the aircraft crashed into the sea, throwing wreckage, luggage, and passengers into the waves. Among them was 12-year-old Bahira Bakari. She was flying with her mother, but in the chaos of the impact, they were separated. She had no life coat, and she wasn't a strong swimmer. Around her, the ocean was cold, dark, and filled with debris from the plane. Then, somehow, she found a piece of floating wreckage. For nearly 9 hours, she clung to it alone. At first, she heard voices in the water, other people calling out from the darkness, but as the night dragged on, those voices slowly disappeared. Bahara swallowed seawater and jet fuel, and her body was injured and exhausted, yet still she held on. When morning came, local rescuers scanning the wreckage spotted movement in the waves. Out of 153 people on board, she was the only survivor. Nearly 9 hours in the dark with no life jacket, I don't know how anyone, let alone a 12-year-old, could survive that. On June 30th, 1972, the world did something strange. It stopped time. Not for an hour, but for a single second. At the end of the day, official clocks did not move neatly from 11:59:59 to midnight. Instead, they paused, and the clock read 11:59:60. It was called a leap second. The reason was unsettlingly simple. Humanity had built atomic clocks so precise they could measure time with terrifying accuracy, but the Earth itself was not keeping up. Our planet's rotations are not perfect. It wobbles, it slows, and it shifts even in the way scientists cannot predict. So, to keep human time aligned with the sun in the sky, timekeepers added 1 extra second to the world. 1972 was already a leap year, so with an extra day in February, they also added an extra second in June, and then a second one in December. That made 1972 one of the longest years in modern timekeeping. It did not only get an extra day, it got 2 extra seconds too. Technically, time stretched. On June 30th, 1956, 2 passenger planes left Los Angeles just minutes apart. One was TWA Flight 2, a sleek super constellation bound for Kansas City. The other was United Flight 718, a powerful DC-7 heading for Chicago. Both climbed into the bright morning sky, but over Arizona, above one of the deepest canyons in the world, they entered a dangerous kind of airspace. There was no radar to watch them, no modern collision warnings. At that time, pilots were expected to keep the distance by sight alone, see and be seen. But near the Grand Canyon, towering clouds rose around the aircrafts, and both planes were flying at the same altitude, moving fast and closing in on the same invisible point. At 10:32 a.m., they collided. The TWA plane fell into the canyon, and the United plane slammed into the cliff. All 128 people aboard the aircrafts were killed, and for hours, the planes were simply missing. This disaster helped change air travel forever, but 128 people paid the price before the system caught up. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.